And we're back with more Legend of Legaia. Citizen Strife here again, and I grabbed the stopwatch. Hopefully it takes our time. Because we're here on Mount Dini looking for Soren. So let's go.
And and everybody now has Iota. While we were taking a break, I went and finally got it for Noah.
Oh yeah, and I'm trying to. Did the game crash or something?
No. Oh, wait.
Alright.
I derped. It was my fault.
There we go. It's fine. Speaking of games I've been watching recently, and again, I say watch because I'm trying to keep up with stuff while I'm doing recordings, because I'm doing all of these and doing my own Persona stuff and then still watching anime and whatever, but I still try to keep up on either new games or old games I forgot. One I had forgotten that I think is going to be really good that I haven't played until 20 years ago was something called Rogue Galaxy.
Oh.
It was from the guys who are Level 5 Studios who went on to make Ni no Kuni.
Oh.
I don't know if it's the same the same producers and directors and whatever, because it was made 2005, but it's like space pirating weirdness, which is kind of neat. So this guy gets picked up by a ragtag bunch of pirates and junk, and they're space pirates. And I remember the combat being God, how am I going to describe it? Random encounters, but the combat itself is hack and slash.
Oh, look at that. We got the opposite of the bad luck bell.
Hooray!
So, I don't know. You know what I've been watching a lot of lately?
What's that?
I've been watching people playing Resident Evil 4's remake.
Is it any good?
It's really good. I'm not ever gonna play it, but it's still really good.
The thing I remember people talking about is how serious, very serious, the recent remakes. I mean, obviously 2 and 3 were supposed to be, I guess, but I know.
Oh, let me put.
Resident Evil 4 was super campy, wasn't it?
Resident Evil 4 was super campy, and you know what? Remake has the same campiness.
Oh, I thought they didn't.
Oh no, they did. People were really worried about them making Leon too serious like he was in Resident Evil 2's remake.
Oh, okay.
But okay, in the original Resident Evil 2, Leon was serious and kind of uptight.
Yep.
In the original Resident Evil 4, Leon has been through some shit. He's seen a lot of shit, and he's a wisecracking asshole.
You told me once he turned into Dante. Then they made Dante again for Devil May Cry, right?
He didn't turn into Dante. What happened was they were working on Resident Evil 4. That was the project they had started out trying to create. They were actually trying to do Resident Evil 4. And what they came up with was very, very heavy action oriented. There was almost no horror element to it. And it was so far removed from what Resident Evil was that it wasn't a Resident Evil game. And they decided to go ahead and make that a different game. So they took all of the Leons, they basically gave the character a little bit of a makeover, and they renamed him to Dante. And they rewrote the story to fit, they rewrote a new story for it and everything. And then they went to work from scratch to create Resident Evil 4. They kept some of the action elements, but not as heavily action oriented as Devil May Cry turned out to be.
Yeah, because oh, go ahead.
I played both the original Devil May Cry and I played the original Resident Evil 4. I did not beat Resident Evil 4. I beat Devil May Cry, and I hated every fucking minute of it.
Ooh.
I absolutely hated Devil May Cry. I hated it so much. Like, let me put it this way. Leon's wisecracks were actually pretty funny. Dante's attitude was like, I wanted to smack him in the face with a blender.
Oh.
So, yeah, I really did not have anything good to say about Devil May Cry's thing.
So bringing this back to something we discussed in a different thing. I told you how Final Fantasy 16 has the guy who's made Devil May Cry's combat, and you were like, nope, fuck that, I'm done.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
I'm like,
it's being made by the guy who made Devil May Cry. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm noping the fuck out of that.
Yeah, and again, I forget if it's the guy who made it first or is just a guy who's been on some of the recent Devil May Cries. But still, they're working on it, and they're changing Final Fantasy to be very action-oriented. So yeah.
And see, that's where they're losing me, because I don't play action-oriented games. I don't like them. I don't enjoy them. I can enjoy watching other people play them, but when I try to play them myself, I'm not good at it. And it just ends up making me feel frustrated because I suck. So rather than have fun playing a game, I end up feeling very frustrated and like I want my money back.
Oh, it reminds me of those people on Reddit. Like, I'm on a subreddit that isn't like the toxic of all toxic, like people think Reddit is. But every so often you'll get the people that are like, should I be continuing with this game that I kind of hate, that I really don't know? So I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post a message every time I see that, because it's like every 2 or 3 days. I'm like, if you're posting that to us, our answer is always going to be, if you're not enjoying it, you should just stop.
Yeah.
Because if you're at that point where you're just, you're gonna drop it. As soon as you get to, a game is not gonna suddenly magically get better. On a rare occasion, maybe, but think of the rarity that sounds. If you're not enjoying a thing, it's gonna be so hard to enjoy it after the fact. It's hard for something to be backloaded. A thing is supposed to be front-loaded. That's how it's supposed to hook you. As soon as you're just like, you just brush it off, which is easy, by the way. To be fair, he was playing like 35 hours of Dragon Quest XI, but it's like, if you're not enjoying it after 35 hours, you're not going to enjoy it after 70. So
yeah, right.
So yeah, that's like saying Final Fantasy 13 opens up and gets good after 10 hours. I'm like, you do know that takes 10 hours to get good, and I'm probably sick of it by now, right? Like, if you've got the stones to handle that, that's better, but I've got a different game I can play. So yeah, my philosophy is, if you're already in the then nobody's gonna convince you out of it.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the game.
It's my line. Von Gala, look, the summit. Play the flute to call the Soren.
Something tells me we'll call a bad guy instead. There's no mist at the summit. Soren can fly here on their Saru wings. Fun. Why don't you play the G game? Why don't you just spell it out? I got it. Here, I put it where I put my extra gun.
Von took out the Soren flute. Look, it's the Soren! The Soren are coming!
Wow, they actually did.
This is a sacred Soren place, and if you play the flute at the top of this mountain, they come to you.
Okay, so we've got...
This is LeighClipse.
Okay, so they're all... Is there a girl in there, or is it all guys?
No, that's all guys.
Okay, good. What's going on? You are not Soren. Where did you get that flute?
From Grantes. He gave it to us.
So that traitor gave it to you? That doesn't surprise me. This is the Soren's holy place. You earthbound humans must leave here at once. Come. We're leaving.
Oh, Gallo's about to hit them in the...
What are you, allies of the Mist? Are you protecting the Mist? Oh. How dare you! You can't insult the Soren like that. Well, this conversation's starting off very well. Then are you prepared to fight the Mist and its allies? Of course we are. This is why we punished Grantes. We're helping build the floating... Oh. Yeah, I would punish him too. For helping him build the floating castle.
The reason why they say he helped build a floating castle is because he, like Grantes said, he took all the Rosaru eggs out of the trees in Buma. He gave 2 of them to the bad guy, Zora.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
And then he gave the 3rd one to Kara.
Also a bad idea. But it saved her life, so eh.
Well, it helped Kara move through the mist without harm.
Yeah. But I don't think they're taking it that way. Many brave Soren have died trying to attack the floating castle. Also, I'm giving this guy a very butch voice for what he looks like, but I don't care. I'm going with it.
Then we should work together. We're on the same side.
We revived the Genesis tree. The mist is gone. Now we need the power of the Soren to destroy the mist generator in the floating castle. Yes, but still. All right. This is a decision I cannot make on my own. You shall come to our camp and speak to our elder. Is that agreeable? I always wanted to fly. Good. We're going to fly, so hold on tight. If you fall, you die. Oh, you're a chipper guy.
Oh, he's very chipper. You want to know who he is?
Sure.
He's Grante's brother.
Oh! Ew.
That's why he's so bitter.
I can see that. Bury them gently, you hear? I said, and I'm spelling this out, Gently. 8675309. Got it?
I got it. Wow, I'm flying! This is incredible!
Of course you find this amusing. Oh, yeah!
Hey,
Honestly,
she is Selfie's little spiritual twin all the way. Woohoo!
Yeah.
We're flying!
Yeah. Beat him up! Blow him to smithereens!
Right?
Yep. To be fair, as fun as it probably is to go flying or oh, god damn it, I can't remember the name they call it for jumping out of an airplane. Is it free falling or whatever? That would be so scary.
Skydiving?
Skydiving, yes. Is it free falling? Yeah, free falling is what happens when you don't have parachutes. I wouldn't suggest it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's called dying. That's not good. It's one of those things. But yeah, I'm a person that doesn't even like being up on a hill, much less being up in the sky. Ugh. The elder lives in the farthest house. We'll speak to him.
This one is a
This
girl.
is cool. Oh, hello.
I heard that down below in Sol and Buma the mist had cleared. Did you do that? Oh, that's wonderful. And now you're going to destroy the floating castle? Please be careful. The floating castle is a nest of demons. Many Soren have lost their lives there. I have a couple of women here in town.
I would hope so. I always find it strange whenever there's like a fully male society or a fully female society in like TV shows and cartoons and what movies and whatever.
Like how do they reproduce?
Yeah. Or it's like those Ganondorf things like in Zelda where they're like only one male gets to populate the entire, like how?
Right?
Like dude, really? I mean, that sounds like the best job in the world, but it's also a terrifying prospect. That's like, oh god.
I know.
I remember an anime that actually played on that as like a side story for a character, and did it in kind of a horror way.
Oh.
So yeah, he just ran away from home because of that sort of thing.
I think this is a guy too. Pretty much you can tell if it's a girl because all the girls are gonna look like this.
The Soren love wind and freedom. My people followed the seasonal winds like winged nomads. We once had camps all over the world, but today we only have this place. So very touchy, because this is the only place left. Welcome, we sell goods here that are Soren specialties. That's
I
what
already
we
have
had.
one of those.
Ooh, more stuff. Yeah. Yay, more armor for new outfits. Yay. I think part of the fun is getting to see the new outfits in action.
Uh-huh.
I'm a silly boy who likes silly things.
Alright, Gala's now got his War God set. His full War God
Nice.
set now.
That's so fitting.
Okay, what did she say? 'Cause we didn't look.
Oh yeah.
There may be plenty of weapons, but there are no more soldiers to use them.
Ooh. Not gonna lie, every town has a downer. Soren have martial arts too, but the greatest master and secret book were lost at... God damn. It's always something.
Uh-huh.
Shit, who needs Nier? This game's pretty depressing too. Yeah, we were talking about Nier and Kino's journey and such
Oh.
in the other episode, and I'm like, shit, this game's pretty depressing for itself too.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the floating castle, look for the secret book. It's called Soren Secrets. Also, if you find something called Mary's Diary, please bring it to me. Some dumbass down in the tower stole it from me. If you bring us the Soren Secrets, I'm sure it'll help you in some way.
It won't, but I'll get it for you anyway.
Oh yeah, because we know everything.
Uh-huh.
It's still neat. It's me, remember? I was the one who carried you here, Noah. And everybody wants to hit on her for some reason.
She's fucking cute.
I know, but she's young. She's pretty
She's
young.
also- well, in their society, she's like just becoming a woman.
Oh. I guess.
So, you know.
Yeah. Horny teenagers and all that junk.
Uh-huh.
I was one of those ones.
We all were. Oh wait, that one's a chick too.
Saru wings were created in a secret ceremony. Each Soren can only receive one Saru. So losing it is a bad thing.
Yep.
There's only a simple bet here. You want to get rest before you go? Sleep tight. Be careful. Thank you.
Okay, and then let's see. You want to hear about grantees?
Sure.
Yeah. Luctes and grantees are sons of Cructes, the Soren elder. Grantes was the younger brother. The two brothers were very close. Then Grantes fell in love with a surface-dwelling human. Then Grantes was deceived by an evil person who exploited his devotion to the one he loved. That cruel deceiver was Zora, queen of the floating castle. She promised him Saru wings for Kara if he would steal a raw Saru egg from Buma's Genesis tree. Unwittingly, he helped build the floating castle. Then the mist came. When Cructes learned of Grante's betrayal, he was left with no choice. He took away Grante's Saru wings and banished him to the mist, in accordance with Soren law. As Grante's father and as Soren elder, it was a painful decision for him.
So we've got an Odin Thor situation.
Kinda. Only it's not quite as bad. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's still alive, but...
and it's not like the two brothers are Loki and Thor by any means.
Yeah, if your brother was Loki, then you'd have bigger problems.
Uh-huh. Alright, what you gotta say? Many times our Soren warriors attacked the floating castle. Many precious lives were lost. They were no match for the Mist's henchmen and their Simsaru.
Well, you didn't have the codes that we do.
Nope.
Luctes may seem unfriendly, but he's someone you can rely on when the chips are down.
And seriously, after this, he stops being so rude.
Oh. I mean, yeah, seeing humans on the top of your sacred mountain is not something you're probably used to seeing. Luctes is quite distressed about his younger brother Grantes' situation.
Oh, well, we can assure him that he's fine.
Welcome, brave humans. We've already heard about your heroic deeds. Most impressive. I now realize that you truly possess the determination to save the world. We've tried every tactic against that floating castle. But you, with the powers of your Rasaru, should be able to destroy it. You presume much, but we'll go with it. I have decided that the Soren should help you. Go speak to Lookdace in the square. He will take you to the floating castle. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go comb my hair for the second time today.
He does have some quite magnificent hair, doesn't he?
Yeah, he probably went to the Seymour School, how to have your hair stand on end.
All right. So now that we've had all the cutscenes and stuff.
Yeah, because we were doing 25.
Well, we're at 23 and a half right now, if you want to call it this one.
Yeah. That works for us.
It
But
was
yes.
a short episode.
Yay! I love that. And one that didn't happen because Discord fucked me over. Yay! So, floating castle, and Zora's stupid ass are gonna get destroyed. Next time.